December. What a great time of the year. You, of course, have lots of holidays. You have Christmas, you have Hanukkah, you have Kwanzaa, and of course you have my favorite, Festivus with the Feats of Strength. But you also have new video games coming out. And honestly, when I was first looking over the Nintendo Switch games for the month of December, I was like, there's not a whole lot here. You usually don't see big AAA releases in the month of December because everyone has already bought their games for the year. But looking deeper into the list of games, there's actually some really quality games coming out in the month of December. So those are the games I want to spotlight in this video. So sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about the best upcoming Nintendo Switch games for the month of December 2019. Grab some of your favorite hoes and get ready to plow some fields because Farming Simulator 20 is coming to the Nintendo Switch on December 3rd. So yeah, I'm not really big into farming. I actually reviewed Farming Simulator 2018 on the Nintendo Switch a couple years ago. And yeah, you're pretty much just a farmer. You're trying to generate revenue, create crops, upgrade your equipment, so on and so forth in this game. It's definitely not a game for everyone, but I feel like somebody out there must be buying these games because they come out yearly. So some people out there must enjoy them. Definitely not a game for me, definitely not a game for everyone, but if you're looking for the best in upcoming farming simulation games, Farming Simulator 20 is coming to the Nintendo Switch on December 3rd, and you might want to pick it up. Also coming to us on December 3rd, we have Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. Now, when I was looking over my list of games, I was like, why does this name sound so familiar? I feel like I've heard of this game before. Is this the AAA Nights experience that I thought Sega was going to release? But no, it's not. But then I realized what Neverwinter Nights was. This game was originally a big hit back on the PC in the early 2000s. It was originally done by BioWare as well, which is a company that a lot of people really love. And honestly, this game looks kind of interesting. It's sort of a Diablo style game, a dungeon crawler in a Dungeons and Dragons universe. It was very popular back in the day and has gotten a ton of DLC packs and upgrades since then. Well, Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition actually has a bunch of the DLC packs. It has revamped graphics, a better UI, and a whole lot more. Of course, you pick a different class and set out within this Dungeons and Dragons universe, trying to get things like loot and of course level up your characters. The game actually offers online co-op as well. So if you have some friends that are into these styles of games, you're probably going to have a really good time with this. I know the Baldur's Gate collection just came out on the Nintendo Switch, so if you enjoy those style of games, this is definitely a game that needs to be on your radar when it releases on December 3rd. On December 5th, RPG fans should be very excited because Star Ocean First Departure R is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, Star Ocean First Departure R is actually a remake of a remake. The original game released on the Super Famicom, and it was done by Enix, which of course now is known as Square Enix, as Square ended up picking them up. And then the game was originally redesigned for the PSP in 2008. But Star Ocean First Departure R is the definitive version of the first Star Ocean game, which honestly I never played. I got my introduction into the Star Ocean series with the first game on the PS1. Star Ocean First Departure R features redone visuals with HD graphics, redone animations, and adjustment to game balance, including some additional content as well, such as new voiceovers that you can toggle to the original voiceovers, new artwork, and a bunch of other stuff. It has a sci-fi fantasy theme to it, and honestly, it just looks badass. I'm kind of ashamed that I never played this game originally. The combat system is a bit simplistic, but it's very over the top and very fast-paced. So I think if you're a fan of RPG games, this is definitely a game that you need to have on your radar. Like I said, Star Ocean First Departure R comes to the Nintendo Switch on December 5th and should definitely be on your radar as it's only $20. Next up on December 5th, we have a game that I will definitely be reviewing on the channel, and that is Alien Isolation for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game originally came out on the Xbox 360. I believe it also came out on the PS3, and then it was brought over to the Xbox One and the PS4. But this is an excellent stealth game, and considering stealth games are somewhat a dying genre, I'm definitely looking forward to this game. Of course, you're trying to avoid the xenomorphs aboard this spaceship, and it's just an absolutely fantastic game. A really gripping story, and just top-notch gameplay. Now, this version of the game includes all 7 of the DLC packs as well. But why I'm really looking forward to this game is that Feral Interactive is doing it, and Feral Interactive did a fantastic job with Grid on the Nintendo Switch, so I feel like they're putting themselves in position to be one of the top tier port companies when it comes to Nintendo Switch games if Alien Isolation looks and runs really well. Definitely looking forward to this game. It's definitely my most anticipated game of the month of December, and it's coming out on December 5th, so the wait is not much longer. On December 6th, we have a collection of great games coming to the Nintendo Switch with the Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection. Now, this collection includes Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Rogue, plus all of the previous DLC from the games. I never played Assassin's Creed Rogue, but Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is honestly my favorite Assassin's Creed game ever. It's essentially Assassin's Creed mixed with pirates, and it just plays so well. Commanding your ship, battling with other ships, into different islands and looting them for various forms of materials and gold. It's just such a fun game. It really feels like a Pirates of the Caribbean game, but with an adult edge and adult attitude, but it still has those fun mechanics from the original Assassin's Creed games. Now, this collection of games actually features gyro controls as well, so I'm kind of interested to see how that pans out for this collection of the games. There's been some speculation that Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is on the cartridge and that Rogue is a download, but according to Ubisoft of America, it looks like everything is going to be on the cartridge. If that is the case, I will definitely be picking this up, and honestly, I'll probably pick it up regardless because Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is honestly a must play, and considering this is a budget collection, it's definitely something that you should be checking out. Next up, we have a game that I feel is going to be a sleeper hit on the Nintendo Switch. It comes out on December 9th, and that is Ashen. Now, Ashen is an open-world action RPG with a stamina-based combat system similar to games like Sekiro and, of course, the Dark Souls series. The art style is honestly pretty unique, and it's inspired by games like Shadow of the Colossus and The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And the game offers something called passive co-op, which honestly is really cool. It basically means that people that are also playing the game can randomly show up in your world and help fight along you if you have that option turned on in your game. Of course, you're picking up things like different weapons, battling huge creatures, and it honestly looks pretty good from a visual standpoint and from a performance standpoint. It got really good reviews on the Xbox One, and I really feel like this could end up being a sleeper hit as there's not many Dark Souls style games on the Nintendo Switch. If you're curious about this game and you own an Xbox One, you can check it out on Game Pass. But if you're only a Nintendo Switch owner, Ashen will be coming out on December 9th, and honestly will be a game I will be checking out. Shovel Knight has been a very popular game. It helped sort of spark this indie revolution of retro style games, and the final DLC pack, Shovel Knight the King of Cards, will be coming to the Nintendo Switch on December 10th. Now, it is, like I said, the final DLC for Shovel Knight, and in this version of the game, you play as King Knight, who has a bunch of different moves and a bit of a faster play style than Shovel Knight himself did. Along with that, there are 4 new worlds and 30 new levels to explore within Shovel Knight King of Cards. There's new weapons, there's new abilities, there's new armors, and more to collect within the game. And as the title suggests, there's actually a brand new card minigame that is completely different than anything else we've seen within the Shovel Knight universe. Considering that Shovel Knight is an excellent game and all of the previous DLC has just been absolutely top-notch, I have no qualms saying that this will probably be one of the highest rated games for the month of December when it comes to Nintendo Switch stuff. And like I said, it comes out on December 5th and will finally end the Shovel Knight legacy for games. Your Nintendo Switch will be getting a bit bloody and a bit mature on December 10th when Call of Juarez Gunslinger comes to the Nintendo Switch. Now, Call of Juarez Gunslinger has you playing as a bounty hunter in the Wild Wild West. No, not the Will Smith version, the actual Wild Wild West. And you're basically hunting down legends like Billy the Kid. It's a fast-paced first-person shooter game with a pseudo-realistic art style mixed a bit with a comic book art style. It has a lot of flair and a lot of violence going on, and honestly, this is something that the Nintendo Switch sort of lacks. Now, this is a digital-only game, but it is coming in at a budget price. And the game actually does have some Nintendo Switch-specific features, such as HD rumble and motion controls. So honestly, Call of Juarez Gunslinger could end up being the definitive version on the Nintendo Switch. Considering I like over-the-top sort of first-person shooters, I think the graphical style of the game looks really good, and as long as the gameplay is good, I'll definitely be looking forward to checking out this game on December 10th. Also on December 10th, we have Blacksad Under the Skin, which is a game I'd never heard of, but now I'm kind of interested in this game because I really like the way it looks. So Blacksad Under the Skin is based on a comic book series that features anthropomorphic animals, basically human animals, and the game is set in a 1950s New York City, which is a setting that I really enjoy. You play as a private investigator named John Blacksad, and you're basically tasked with piecing together both a murder of a boxing club owner and a disappearance of a up-and-coming boxer as well. It's a slow-paced action game, sort of an action-adventure throwback to the PC era, consisting of things like dialogue trees, quick-time events, investigations, and of course puzzles. The conversations you have in the game will also impact both the characters in the game and the game that's ending as well. It has a really beautiful art style, and from what I've heard, the voice acting is absolutely fantastic in the trailers. And while I'm not a huge comic book fan and I've never heard of Blacksad before, the trailer of this game honestly has me pretty excited. And like I said, it will be available on December 10th for the Nintendo Switch. And the final game I want to talk about is coming to us on December 23rd, and it is Rush Rally 3 for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is basically a rally racing game, and honestly, I like rally racing games, but I don't like spending $40+ for them because I'm not really that into the rally scene. But considering that Rush Rally 3 is only $15, it's something I'm definitely willing to take a look at. It was originally a mobile game that is now being brought over to the Nintendo Switch, and it includes your standard terrain such as snow areas and foresty areas that you have to drive your rally car through. There's a bunch of different cars to choose from. There's tons of car customization. The game offers 60 frames per second racing, and there's even online racing as well, along with online leaderboards for this game. So at a $15 rally racing game, it's honestly packing a bunch of features that I look forward to in a racing game, and considering the low price point, I think this could end up being a really fun game. And probably I'll have an easier time finding someone to race with than I did with Garfield Kart as well. Alright, so those are the Nintendo Switch games for the month of December 2019 that I think you should have on your radar. Let me know in the comments section down below what you think of all of these games, what games you'll be picking up, or what games I might have missed. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Check out other videos on the channel, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.